have some curves. Hello, my lovely humans, and welcome back to another fabulous channel. I'm Jacobishere, and today we're playing Birth to Death. The sequel, this is Season 2, the sequel series to Birth to Death Season 1, which is where we follow a single sim from literal birth to literal death. This is that sim right there, Mindy Pancake. Mindy is taking a break from life, is essentially what happened. So essentially, the last episode was a sleepover episode with her kids. Her two youngest had just turned into children not that long ago. In game, it's been a while, but in reality, it really hasn't, in you guys' world, it hasn't really been that long. It was only like 3 episodes before this. They turned into children. They had a sleepover with all their new close friends, try to figure out who they like and all that fun stuff. And Mindy and Iggy, who she's married to, Iggy Pancake, have been fighting nonstop. They went to couples counseling, and the counselor said, I think you should take your girls trip. I think it's important for you to take your girls trip. I know Iggy doesn't want you to take your girls trip because of everything going on at home, but I think it's important. So she's here taking her girls trip is essentially what the point of this is. So let's go ahead and jump in the game, and I'll tell y'all who came onto the trip today. We have Kendra, which is an interesting time. We also have Amira, who's also an interesting time. And then we also have Evie. Or are these the best people? But she doesn't really have any other friends outside of her friends from high school. And Evie was her best friend, her, Evie, and Jaden. And honestly, I feel like her trip with her and Jaden maybe would have been better. We're going to see how the girls' trip goes, to be honest with you. Kendra, if you guys are not familiar, is our cousin. She actually has been hit on by Iggy beforehand. She was one who told us that Iggy at the wedding that Iggy had hit on her. Amira is Iggy's ex. I don't think she has any children with him. She has 0 children, but she did move in with him, and they did date, and they were, I think, engaged. He had left her for a few different reasons, which we talked about in the series prior. I don't remember exactly what all of them were. And then came back, and then Mindy and him got back together from being together in high school. I think her and Evie are going to actually walk and talk, I think is what they're going to do. We're going to add a group, and I think I'm gonna put them here together. Mindy was doing a little bit of sunbathing, but if you did not know, Mindy is absolutely petrified of water. So her being in water scares her. Her being around water scares her. Water is terrifying, which is super interesting and something I think she will be working on to overcome. It's a fear that she has literally had since she was like a child. She's had it forever, but I do think in her mind, she's probably thinking, I could probably overcome it. Because she's trying to figure out, I don't know, she's trying to figure out, like, when she turns into an elder, what's going to happen there? Because, like, that's a very important conversation. It is a scary conversation, to be fair, and she is quite, scared to have that conversation. She's not really sure, like, where she'll be, who she'll be with. I think we're going to go over here and send them, but I'm hoping that she will wait to go there until Evie shows up. There's Evie. Okay. Evie's running. It's fine. Ooh. Evie have some curves. Dang. They're going to go have a long conversation. They're going to go have a sit-down talk. This will be the portion of the video where we're talking about some serious stuff, separation, that type of thing. If that's stuff you don't like, then this isn't really the part of the video you want to go to. You want to go to the more fun parts where we're going to be scuba diving. Like, she's going to go do some stuff in the water to try to overcome this fear of being in the water. Okay, let's go ahead. I don't want to flirt with her. I don't want to do anything affectionate, but I do want to give her a hug. As obviously they came together, they flew here together, they did all this stuff together, but they haven't really talked and done all that some fun stuff in a while. We just saw Evie, to be fair, not that long ago, one of the last things. She kind of did have somewhat of a conversation. I think they're gonna have a deep conversation. I guess do a smooth apology. In that last conversation, didn't really end that well. And then she's going to have a deep conversation, and they're gonna sit and chat. They're gonna have a few conversations. Mostly, she's here to like really talk about how Evie's probably catching up on how her job's going, on all different stuff, and then Evie also makes the remark that her and Greta actually called off their engagement. So essentially, like, she's like, they're talking that they broke up due to how busy she is and how much they really couldn't really form the proper relationship, and how Evie doesn't really want kids. That's a big thing that she's realized about herself as she's in this industry and doing these things, is that she has no plans of having kids or having her own children and things are those lines, but that she is back on the market. Just to put that out there, Evie is back on the market. Evie was never a prospect for love, but Evie did have a huge crush on us in high school, like gigantic crush on us. And then when we eventually tried to pursue this crush when we were in college, it was so far behind the point. It's like, they're just friends. I don't think there's more here. I was trying to figure it out, and I don't feel it, but let me know in the comments if you guys feel it. She's sitting down, and she's telling her That's really interesting because I think I might ask Iggy for a separation, and I think that this trip is me coming to terms with the fact of what that means for me and what that means for everybody else. A lot of changes are happening in Mindy's life, and they're happening very suddenly, and they're happening very quickly. And that scares Mindy. Mindy's only gone through this process twice before, and the last time she lost a lot of people because of it, for whatever the reason might be. I think Mindy is particularly terrified of what this could mean for her, what this could mean for her children, for like a lot of things. And I think that is something that terrifies her. She is saying that it is going to be a separation, not a divorce. She wants to try being apart for a little bit, see what happens and what works there, go from there and see, okay, well, we're going to not getting divorced, but maybe they could mend. Maybe some time apart is the way to go. And Evie says, Evie, to end this conversation, is like, if you think that is what you need to do, that is what you need to do, and there's nothing wrong about that. She asks, is it going to be a separation together inside this house, or are you guys going to have to go live your own lives? And what does that mean relationship-wise? Are you guys willing to go in? And she's like, we cannot see any other people. We cannot see any other people, but it is a separation, relationship, and placement-wise. Now, since that conversation is over, and it also answers the big question in the room, what is Mindy going to do? It's been a big question for a while now. Mindy is now going to try to go chase her fears and go scuba diving. She needs to confidently swim for an hour, and I feel like getting out here could really, really do that for her. Oh gosh. I lost the friends. I found the friends. No, I'm gonna have them all go here together. You see, it's been a while since I've been on the beach. It's been a minute. I don't come to the beach very often. It's not my favorite vacation world to go to. Obviously, this is a world you can live in. There's a good chance that Mindy herself could end up living in this world. Very possibly. Oh no, she's losing her confidence. She needs her confidence. Snorkel together. Oh, I think she's swimming for the shores because it scares her, which Kendra actually wanted to pull her to the side to chat to her. Not entirely sure what she wanted to chat about, but that's okay. We're going to go snorkeling. It's so pretty. Like, say what you will. Yeah, I wish there was an underwater section. I think it'd be pretty cool, but it is so pretty. It's so pretty. So it has that going for it. I figured this would be one of those good activities that they could do. And the other one's is just relaxing. She really didn't come here for relaxing. She came here for peace of mind. She also wanted to come here and see about the future. She knows that there is a possibility of coming here and living here and trying to make the world better here. That's not so much of what Mindy is. Mindy loves the environment and things, and this, and then also eco lifestyle is very environmental heavy, and I think she is for both those things for obvious reasons. But I don't necessarily know if that's what she is looking to do. I guess we can change the paint color. Okay. I did not know. I think we might go right around on the aqua zip. Oh, she is tense from hitting fitness. She's having a bad time. And she hates the water, wants no more water, and she's having a bad time. I think I got one picture of Mindy being happy by the water, and that's it. And there is that. That being said, though, that is kind of the essence of this episode. The essence of the episode is, it's quite simply just about them coming on this vacation and having these conversations. Mindy wanted someone she could talk to, who she could confide in for her answers. Iggy has cheated on her several times, and I think she needs a little bit of break from Iggy. Once again, she has children to think about, and she is putting the children above her own needs. And I know that it's bad parenting. For one, you should always put yourself first. If you are thriving, your children will thrive. I'm assuming been proven by science, I hope that's good advice. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. She is not. She is putting her children first. And so she knows that an amicable split up with Mindy or with Iggy moving out into an apartment or something or those lines for a little bit might be better. We'll see how that goes. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't comment down below. Hit subscribe. I'll see you next time for another beautiful video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.